What is up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We are doing a blood work review video this time. What is blood work? Essentially, they take your blood, run a bunch of tests on it, make sure that your organs are working, check if your cholesterol is good. Basically, just check your overall health. This is something that I recommend if you're natural, about once every 6 to 12 months. If you are maybe pushing things a little bit harder in life, probably 4 times a year, maybe more, depending on if you're getting bad blood work back and you're trying to improve your health and improve liver, kidney, cholesterol, different things, hemoglobin A1C. So anyways, that's what I kind of recommend. It's really important. You don't want to fly blind and not know that there's an issue until something bad happens, like a stroke or a blockage or something. So it's better to know. Do not live in ignorance. Just go and get your blood work done and know whether you're healthy or not, or if you need to change things up, include different foods, whatever it is. So that's it. Without further ado, we're gonna jump into my blood work, and I'll be putting them somewhere on the screen for you guys so that you can see these two. So first one that we got, this is the Comprehensive Metabolic Panel, CMP. As I'm going through it, the things that are kind of standing out to me that I noticed, so EGFR is good, creatinine good. The thing that's really kind of standing out to me on this one particularly is my liver enzymes. The AST and the ALT at the bottom, they were elevated. I had only taken 1 day off of the gym, so it is possible that this is just leftover stress from a really hard workout. Usually you want to take like 2 full days off. I can do that, but usually nothing's so bad that I'm like, I need to take like 2, 3 to 7 days off. But that is something to take in mind. So I am taking liver from Revive MD to continue to help liver function. Just make sure that it's not getting too stressed out where it's causing any damage. Remember, liver enzymes just indicate stress, they don't indicate damage. But if they're constantly stressed out, then there is the possibility of damage, but further testing would be required. Also, once again, just blanket, always consult with your doctor on this stuff. Everything that I'm talking about is just kind of about me and my health, not about your health. Always go to your doctor, always go to your provider if you have concerns. I am not a doctor. Don't put that on me. Okay. So the next one is hemoglobin A1C. So I check this one about once a year, once every 6 months or so, just because I want to make sure, because I have type 2 diabetes and type 1 diabetes in my family. So I just want to make sure that I'm staying on top of it. Hemoglobin A1C is essentially like about a 3-month snapshot of your average kind of like blood glucose levels. So it's basically they're checking to see if there's kind of like crystallization on your red blood cells, and red blood cells last about 3 months before they're replaced. So this one, if it can basically tell you if you're managing your glucose or not, or if your glucose is super high all the time. This is the indicator of type 2 diabetes. So as you can see, it's below the reference range. It always hovers between 5 and 5.2 for me. So even though it feels like it's high, it's actually pretty decent. Blood glucose has not really been an issue at all, but you never know. You just want to make sure. Next one, estradiol. So this one is technically out of range, but it's at an acceptable point where it's like right there. So this is still considered healthy for estradiol, which is your estrogen as a man, and as a woman, it's also called estradiol. So this one isn't really of a concern. The only thing that could possibly be done here is maybe if I split my TRT or my testosterone into 3 doses instead of 2 doses a week to possibly prevent a little bit less estrogen conversion. But this is by no means a bad number. I'd say generally I try to keep mine between about 25 to 40. That's where it's good. I don't really have bad side effects from that. It still hits the anabolic, estrogen pathway, helps with burning fat, building muscle, all of that. So it's technically out of range, but not really, since it's only like 1 point. Okay, this one is the one that kind of was a little bit worrying because it's the first time this has happened to me. So this is the CBC, the complete blood count. So this one, yeah, my hemoglobin and my hematocrit are both just out of the reference range. So it is the one where you, like, as you're looking at it, you're just like, this is probably where you need to probably just go donate blood. You have a little bit too much red blood cells. It's kind of normal. I live in Utah. It's a high elevation. Plus I'm on TRT, and there is the possible side effect of elevated red blood cells, even from a replacement dose of testosterone. So that's where I look at this and I'm like, okay, yeah, we should probably do something about it. So I'm just gonna start making it a regular thing about once every 3 months or so to just go and donate blood, which I think is a nice thing to do anyways, regardless of, you know, this health thing. Is like, if you can, if you're healthy enough to, donate blood, because eventually somebody's gonna get into an accident and need the blood to survive while they're trying to repair any damaged blood vessels or cells. So that's something that I'm doing just with this whole thing, and just wanting to make sure that it doesn't get too high, because you can experience like headaches, kind of a sick feeling, high blood pressure potentially, just from having too many red blood cells. So that's what I'm planning on doing for that one. Okay, next one is lipid panel. The only one that's technically an issue here would be that HDL cholesterol. Other than that, everything else is great. And as you can see, HDL is actually kind of low. I've talked about this with my coach and my doctor. They don't seem too concerned, because it's pretty much that's just where it's been the entire time, and it's not a bad place for somebody who's into bodybuilding. If it was honestly any lower than this, it'd probably be something to be concerned about. But my HDL has, since I've been getting blood work done, because I didn't know to do it before I started bodybuilding, I didn't have that guidance. So I don't know what my reference was before I started putting on muscle and everything. But it's usually hovered right around here. I've had it worse in like the 25s, so having it come back up is really good. And then total cholesterol is still under the reference range. Triglycerides are still low. LDL cholesterol still isn't that high. Everything else is within the reference range. So it's something to pay attention to, and if I can get my HDL cholesterol higher, I definitely want to, but it's not something of concern where it's like, oh, I'm definitely storing plaque on my arteries and everything right now. So that's also something to kind of pay attention to. But the reason why this is still good, honestly, in my opinion, and why the HDL is so high, is because I use lipid from Revive MD, which is a really, really good cholesterol formulation. So that's something that I would note and pay attention to as well, is that there's things that you can take to help improve things, even if they aren't necessarily bad. We want it to be as good as possible for as long as possible. That will ensure longevity and a long life and a healthy life. Okay, last one, testosterone in males. As you can see, above the reference range. Why is this? Injection frequency, honestly. I think I had taken my last TRT injection, I think it was like a day or two before this, maybe only like 36 hours before. So if you're getting your blood work done close to that time, it's gonna be a little bit elevated. You usually wanna wait like 3 or 4 days before you do a shot to just try and get it like right in the middle of where it is through most of the week. But as you can see, it's not an issue. I've seen, honestly, depends on the lab that you go to, but I've seen reference ranges saying that it's normal to be anywhere from 250 to 827, as you can see here. But I've also seen it saying like anywhere from 300 to 1200 is considered normal. And it just depends on the lab and where you're getting the test run, what is an actual normal level. Okay, so that's it, honestly, guys, for the blood work. So I guess the next thing that I can do is I can always go into supplements and everything that I do, my meal plan, all of that, talk about that. But I do want to try to see if I can get some training footage for you guys in the gym and see what we can do about that, and just kind of create some more content, record what we're doing as we're getting ready for prep, since we're almost just about 19 weeks out from the show. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, but I'm doing the Wasatch Warrior in Utah. So no reason to hide it, but I'm doing the Wasatch Warrior here in Salt Lake City, Utah. yeah, so I want to just try and record everything for you. So obviously, please follow, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me everywhere that you can find me. I'm going to be posting, documenting all this journey, and then the journey to the pro card, and then beyond that, hopefully, the journey to the Olympia that kind of ends with me actually going to the Olympia, because that's the ultimate end goal that I have for bodybuilding, is I want to at least go to the Olympia once before I throw in the towel, and call it good, and just focus on coaching people and getting them to the Olympia one day. So anyways, guys, also, if you're looking for a coach, bodybuilding, lifestyle, go down, send me a request, fill out the form. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to help you to reach your best physique, honestly, guys. Whether that's to compete or whether that's to just get healthy, this is what I do. This is what I love. I create a company. I have coaches under me that want to help you as well. So we have more than enough availability to take on as many people as possible. So if you're ready to level up, if you're ready to get your blood work in line, DM me and we will set you up with either me or one of my other coaches that will best fit your needs and what you're looking for. So love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Bye.